Hello viewers, welcome to another segment of Live Expert Interviews.tv. My name is Steve Young and thank you so much for joining us today. Today we're talking about a very important topic, and that topic is how to find a good optometrist. Now fortunately, joining us from Cromwell, Connecticut is Dr. Juanita Collier. Doc, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So Doc, really the burning question that everybody has is, with your years of experience, what advice can you give to someone who's looking for a good optometrist? Maybe like the top 3 things.
When you're looking for a good optometrist, you really want to make sure that they specialize in what you're looking for. So if you're a parent and you want an optometrist that's going to make sure your child has the skills they need to learn to read, to learn math skills, you want to make sure you're looking for an optometrist with an emphasis on vision and learning. If you're an athlete and you're looking for that competitive edge, you want to make sure that you find an optometrist who has a specialization in sports vision enhancement. If you have ocular disease like glaucoma or any retinal disease, you want to make sure you find an optometrist that really specializes in that. All those things are usually pretty easily accessible on their website, so that's how you would really find out what they specialize in. You also want to make sure you have an optometrist who really knows their specialty. So someone who's published, someone who does lectures, someone who is a member of the appropriate associations. So if you're looking for a behavioral optometrist, you want to make sure that they're a member of the College of Optometrists and Vision Development or the Optometric Extension Program. And most importantly, you really want to know what their patients are saying about them. So you want to look at their reviews, because that's the way that you can first start to interact with that doctor and know kind of who they are before you've even met them. So that's what I would say would be the most important things to look for.
Wow, Doc, I love that advice. That's some really sound advice. So first of all, make sure they're qualified. Second of all, make sure they specialize in what you're looking to have done. And then thirdly, you can check for their reviews and testimonials. Make sure that their patients are saying good things about them. That makes pretty good sense. Doc, let me ask you, if somebody was looking for a good optometrist and they came to your office, what type of an experience could they expect?
Well, actually at our office, the experience starts before even they have their first exam. Before their first examination, I'll talk to them on the phone for about 15 to 20 minutes, really making sure that I have a good idea of what they're looking for, what questions they need answered, if they have any questions before they come in, if they're confused at all about what we're going to do. That way we can have a familiarity before I've even met them, so that when they come in, they can feel at home. Also, for our patients who are therapy patients here, we have a special waiting room for the parents that has couches and fresh baked cookies from the bakery, coffee, anything that they might need to feel a little bit more comfortable in a doctor's office. We try to go out of our way to make sure we do for them.
Wow, I like that. I especially like the part where you spend time before they even come into the office, and so you can communicate with them and let them know kind of what to expect before they come into the office and be taken care of that way. Makes good sense. So, Doc, let me ask you, as far as with your particular practice, if you could just share a couple minutes about why your practice is different from maybe the other optometrists in your local marketplace.
Yes, I'm a behavioral optometrist, so I specialize in the function of vision. So not just the distance 20/20 vision and the eye health, but really the entire person. So what skills do they need visually to achieve their goals, be it academically, at their career, in their sports? We really make sure we're looking at the entire patient so that we can develop a treatment plan that's going to allow them to perform in those things optimally, at least from the vision standpoint.
Wow, and how long does that typically take, Doc, to put together a plan, something like that?
Usually we'll have the entire plan worked out before the patient leaves. So the first examination is longer. It's about an hour, which is much longer than people usually expect for an optometry visit, but our office is very different than a regular optometrist office, so it makes sense.
I like that a lot. And then when they leave there and they have this plan, what kind of takeaways are they going to have from that? What kind of plan do you put together for them? What can they expect?
That way they'll know really what's going on with their vision, and we develop a treatment plan for what activities we're going to do and what therapeutic exercises we will do to get them to their goals. And so they leave knowing that their plan's in place and that we're going to work together and support them on achieving their goals.
I love it. So you're really a patient-oriented, patient results-oriented. That's fantastic. Now, Doc, I know you mentioned to me that you have some very specific things you do for new patients. What exactly is it you do for new patients?
Well, for new patients viewing this video, we are going to also provide them with a 3- to 5-page report that explains everything that happened during the exam, what areas were tested, what the results actually mean, and what we're going to do to rectify any visual inefficiencies they might have. So that way they can share that report with their teachers, reading specialists, principals, coaches, really whomever is involved in helping that patient excel. We want to make sure that they know everything there is to know about their visual system.
I like it. That's pretty cool. Now, Doc, let me ask you, if people wanting to get a hold of you, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you? What's your main phone number?
Our phone number is 860-632-8243.
And then I know your website's on the screen too, but go ahead and give it to us again.
Our website is www.drjuanitacollier.com.
I love it. So there you have it, viewers. If you're looking for a good optometrist, take the doc's advice. Go online, use her advice in finding a good optometrist. If you're anywhere near Cromwell, Connecticut, make sure you look up Dr. Juanita Collier for all your optometry needs. Doc, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Viewers, we'll see you on another segment of Live Expert Interviews.tv.